What's going on, guys? Jiggy Joe here with another Go Honest Joe review. This time it's going to be on Iron Lung. Let me start by saying Markiplier has been a massive influence to me in my life. He was one of the first YouTubers that really resonated with me pretty early on. We're not like a huge age difference, and just in general I enjoyed his humor, and he played different types of games that I really liked a lot, and it felt a lot more genuine than a lot of the other YouTubers that were out around its time. Just the style of his YouTube career has really stuck with me, and I haven't really watched a lot of his most recent stuff just because of life and such, but overall he's just been a huge influence on just my life and just my career as a content creator. So going into this movie, it definitely had a lot more value than like a standard film would, just because of the fact that I know that he spent so much time and passion creating this movie. He basically took his own time and money and made something that he wanted to make. And he did a lot of the editing himself. He directed it and starred in it. And I know there's a lot of other people that were involved with the film, but he definitely put a lot of effort into the film. And what's really special about it is that you don't see a lot of indie movies that come out in this day and age, especially like self-publishing movies that come out and that are this successful. As of right now, me talking about this movie, it has hit #1 both weekends that it has played. It continues to perform extremely well. And as of me recording this, it has hit around 21 million worldwide, and it's probably just gonna get bigger from there. And it beat out Sam Raimi's movie, which is kind of bonkers to me. You know, when you have these major movies, especially someone like Sam Raimi that has been making movies for 30 plus years, and then you have Markiplier that just comes in and just makes his passion film, and it beats out all these other movies. It just it makes me happy. It makes me happy. And that's no shade to any of the classic filmmakers out there that go the standard route and have distributors and publishers and all that jazz. But again, there's just something about a movie that is being made and produced by the drive of basically one person. And the theme of the movie really stuck with me as well. It just felt like it really reflects a lot of what's going on in the world. Maybe I'm just looking too deep into it, but let's just go off on the premise. Basically, it starts as Markiplier's character, Simon, who's a convict, and he's sent down into a submarine on a desolate planet or moon that is basically just an ocean full of blood. And for the reasons why they send him down there, he doesn't know, and we don't know. And what he finds down there is horrifying. Past the horrifying fact that it's a blood ocean on a desolate planet, yeah, just I am a huge fan of the whole premise of the movie and also the video game that it is based off. Let me also say that I have never played the Iron Lung video game. I have watched Markiplier play it back when it came out, and I think I watched him play it again when he did a couple playthroughs back in the day. This has been years at this point. And so I probably know a little bit more about what was happening more than your standard moviegoer who was just going in blindly. But the fact of the matter is, the theme of this movie really stuck with me through the ending, more than probably most people would. A lot of that has to do with the fact that just the fact that sorry, I'm getting like teary-eyed thinking about it. A lot of it has to do with the fact that like just seeing his project come to light, and through his hard work and passion, watching him talk about it and work hard on it over the years. So I don't know, this might be just rambling and babbling, but just watching the movie go through production and go through the release really stuck with me. It really did. And yeah, especially at the very end of the movie, I teared up quite a bit, and just seeing it realized on the big screen really was something special. 100%. And the theme of like taking a human being and putting them inside of a sub to do something, and like cutting him off from the world, and that person trying to do basically everything in his power to fight for his life and to complete his objectives, really speaks to what is going on in the world. We all are intertwined through constant social media and surveillance, and especially as content creators and influencers, we are held to some crazy standards that seem very unrealistic, and in ways it feels like we are isolated from everyone else and put into a metaphorical and subliminal like sub in the depths of a planet, basically. So let me also say that I went to go see this movie on the second weekend. I just got back. It's the 3rd of February. It came out last weekend. The reason why I did not go see it is because of what is going on in my life and where I live. The video is not meant to be political in any way, but I do live in Minnesota, kind of in the suburbs of the Twin Cities, and things that are going on here right now is pretty horrifying, to the least. That has affected me in a way that almost prevented me from going to see the movie in theaters, just because it's like I didn't know what happened. Go to the theaters by myself. So yeah, it definitely had influence on me going out and watching the film. But yeah, it definitely had a pretty major influence on me to see the movie, and that's how much I wanted to see the film. So yeah, I don't want to go super crazy into the plot of the film, just because of I want people to experience it for themselves. I will go over a couple of beats of the movie. The acting was really good. I felt like it started out a little bit slow in terms of his acting. You could tell it started out as like early Markiplier acting. If you watch some of his other like short films and stuff that he's done on YouTube, you can see the similarities there. And what I mean is like his presence of him being on the screen is just Markiplier. and him reacting and acting in the scene felt very Markiplier. But about a quarter of the way through, you can tell that he kind of gets on a stride and he continues on, and he gets better and better from there. I find that he actually does the best when he has something physical to do on screen. There's moments where he's doing something physically in the scene, and it's so much better. It's so much better, opposed to him just sitting there and talking to something in the environment or just another person and just kind of reacting in a kind of barren way. But yeah, with that being said, the film was shot in a really cool way. I'm surprised at how well they used the set. It's a very small set, and I'm surprised at how many like different camera angles they were able to pull off with the size. The lighting was done really well. It seemed like there wasn't a whole lot of studio lighting. It was mostly just environmental lighting from the submarine, which is really cool. And special effects, there was a very little CGI used. You can tell there was a couple parts that they used CGI, and like flashback moments or like them dropping the sub in, that was all CGI. But the initial everything else was all very much practical effects, and I thought that was fantastic. The submarine itself definitely was a character in the film, and that thing was definitely built like a tank, and it felt very realized. With that being said, the movie was a little bit slow starting out, and I think that was definitely intentional. So I'm not going to necessarily knock it as a negative per se, but everything else combined was honestly fantastic. And I think that as a January movie, it definitely impressed me a lot more than they typically would. Now, Markiplier early on has stated that he hit success very, very, very early on, and he hasn't felt like he's had these goals or aspirations as much as he probably should have, and he thinks that this movie is him hitting another goal and aspiration that he hasn't had in a long time. And even with him hitting this goal of making a widely successful film on his own, releasing it on his own in terms of distribution, there's a lot of other people involved, he still looks at this as like an entry point of him learning to make movies, and he thinks that he wants to continue to do it in the future. Only gonna get better from me. And so that passion and that strive is something that really resonates with me as a content creator. And just the passion and the drive that man has is, yeah, it's very inspirational, 100%. This is a movie that I think pretty much every aspect of the film was touched by Markiplier, and it was his vision of the movie. Yeah, I highly recommend people go check out this movie. Well, definitely while it's in theaters, I think it definitely added a lot to the experience. So I just appreciate y'all watching the video. Please go watch the movie in theaters if you can find time. Take your family, take your friends, support the film, even if it's not something you traditionally see. And thank you so much again for watching the video, and look forward to speak with you guys again soon. Okay, take it easy now. Bye.